Oh my god, did it work? Hello.
I think so.
I hope so. Imagine it
I
was
did
just
get the
silent.
notification.
Could you imagine if it was just going with the countdown silent?
No, actually, I think it was because I have it playing on the other screen, so I did hear it. You could hear the music. It's just a little bit delayed.
Fabulous. Oh, wait, it was heard.
Yes!
Yay.
Love
Amazing.
it.
Shout out to Jay from Bloodbath TV for helping me figure out how to do that. I'm here. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to another episode. Melissa and I really are on track with our episodes of On the
2
Scare
weeks.
Now.
2 weeks in a row. Who are they? Who are we?
Right. Who are we?
What?
Who are these, like, baddies right now? Actually, you know what? I'm going to get rid of this little thing I'm sitting on. I don't want that. Okay. Now I'm a normal height. Great. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? Welcome back to another On the Scare with your girl, Sweet and Spooky, and my co-host, Melissa. Today, we are talking about horror films directed by women. That's right, women. So if you don't like women, get up out of here. This ain't the space for you. Thank you. Thank you.
I want to do that. What is it that Liam showed it? I mean, even though, like, we don't say that. Let's make that clear. But she's like, there's a door, bitch.
Oh, yeah. I love that. Today, we're talking about women.
Badass women.
Badass women. I'm trying to sign into my letterbox on the computer.
See, I surprisingly, instead of doing my regular old school where I write down the list, I actually made it on Letterboxd this time.
Incredible work.
We're slowly getting there.
Oh my god, I successfully signed in without having to input the password 100 times.
Imagine getting locked out of Letterboxd like right when you really need it.
They're like, this is indeed not
Like,
Sweet and Spooky.
I
It's
don't
not
know.
her.
It's giving sus.
It's giving weird. Am I in focus? Yes.
I can see it.
Right? All right.
Yeah.
Hi. Okay. Hello, Shaim. Hello, Cody. Hello, Dawn. Welcome. Welcome. Okay, so I don't think Melissa and I have a specific number of films we're going to talk about today. Actually, I'm going to say how many I have on my list. And then, Melissa, you tell me how many you have. I have 14.
Oh my god.
What?
Me too! I
Oh my
just want
God.
to make note that we did not plan a set number.
No, we didn't.
Literally spent like a good 10, 15 minutes trying to figure out how we were going to go about it, if we were going to have a set number or not. And it just happened anyway.
This is true. Also, we don't know each other's lists, so
That's very important.
I just want to put that out there. I feel like my camera is going in and out of focus. Is it me? Oh, when I move too far back.
Yeah, it's like a little bit.
Okay, I have to stay closer. Okay, so great. I feel like this is like a weird angle. Is this better?
Ooh, okay, in focus.
Okay, I'm always scared to move the camera. Hello, Dee. Welcome.
Hello.
Okay, so how are we gonna talk about this? How do we want to begin?
Just kind of like,
I feel like Melissa and I never have like a plan. We kind of just like figure
This-
it out.
see, I feel like that's like our brand though. Our brand is chaos and we just roll with it, and all of y'all are just here for the ride with it.
That's our
We
brand.
just go.
Chaos. Chaos is our brand. Indeed. Okay. I can't believe we both have 14. Could you
That is
imagine if
wild.
we have the exact same ones? Because I'll faint.
No, because literally the only reason why I did 14 was because there were some in there that I'm like, there's a chance she might have one. So a lot of them were like backups. I'm like, okay, she might not have this one. So there's
Okay.
maybe like two or three that I'm pretty sure it's like we probably have these. The
Okay.
rest, I'm not too sure.
Okay.
Like,
All right. I think I have some that you're not going to have.
yeah,
Like for sure, because I don't think you've seen them.
yeah. There's a lot of those, and then there were some that like I ran across that I'm like, oh, this is definitely gonna be on her list, and I feel like you'll probably have a lot more better things to say because I'm like I'm very like dumb when it comes to describing
No,
things
you're not.
sometimes. So I feel like, you know what?
We
I
don't
know
do
for a
that
fact she loves
here. We don't
me.
do that here. You don't get to talk bad about yourself here, so
No, okay,
shut up.
just kidding. Joke's on you. Dumb is my superpower because I own it.
Right. Okay. All right. So actually everybody in the chat, if you have some that you want to discuss, please feel free to leave some down below because there is a good chance that there may be one or two that Melissa and I haven't seen, so we can add it to our list here since we have our
For sure.
letterbox open. Um when talking about these movies, since some of the ones I have are a little bit, not all of them, but some of them are a little obscure,
Yeah,
I won't spoil anything.
same. Yeah, I have a few that it's like, unless they're like super well known, or I feel like most of the chat has probably seen it, then I'll go into a little more detail, but
Yeah.
we'll keep it as spoiler free as we can.
Okay, so I guess I could just start with like the obvious
Yeah.
one because I feel like we're both gonna have this one. Jennifer's Body is like the
Oh,
obvious
yes.
one that's on both of our
Yes.
lists, right?
For sure. Oh, 100%. Are you kidding? That movie made me discover many things.
Right. Me too,
Like,
actually. Um, did you watch it when it first came out?
I think I was maybe about like a year or so late, probably.
Oh, I went to see
But
it in the theater with
oh my
my
God, I
dad.
oh.
Mistake. Mistake. That was one of the most awkward
Oh no.
things. Also, I was so young. 2009. I think I was like in
Yeah.
eighth grade or something. I was
Oh
so
my God,
young.
you were.
Yeah. And like, I went to see that with my dad. And like, obviously, I didn't know there would be so much like sexual tension between Needy
Same.
and Jennifer and like that scene. And
Oh
like,
yeah.
I was sitting there. I didn't even know like my sexuality or anything, you know? I was little. Um, and it was uncomfortable to say the least.
Oh my God, yeah.
I was
That's
watching it with my dad, like looking at the screen, like, oh
I
my
was
god,
like,
I think I'm feeling things.
I'm like, Dad, I swear I did not know there were gonna be sexy moments in this movie like this.
Oh, he doesn't care about that kind of shit. Like, he really doesn't care. He has watched True Blood in front of me
Oh my God, yeah,
when
I
I
was
was
just gonna
young.
say, I'm like, you know
Yeah.
what? Yeah, he did expose you to True Blood at a very young age.
Yeah, he doesn't even care about that. But it was just like awkward because I
Yeah,
was like, oh, what's this feeling I'm having? It's weird.
right.
Yeah, so that was weird. But yeah, so what were your initial thoughts on Jennifer's Body when you first watched it, if you recall?
The first time, let's see, I was like obsessed with it because it's like I at the time, and I think I still have moments where I'm like a sucker for like the typical high school tropes where you have like the pretty popular girl and like the nerdy girl and the band geek and the goths and stuff like that. So it's like little baby bat me seeing Colin Gray on screen. I was like, I feel seen. I love this. This is for me. This is for my people.
Yeah, oh my god.
Oh my God. And I remember being like, oh my God, this is like crazy. And like this whole thing with the band and stuff like that. I'm like, I think that was like one of the first moments where I'm like, I gotta take notes for the maladaptive daydreaming before I knew what that was. But
I love that. That's amazing.
I just thought I remember like being obsessed with the soundtrack like right off the bat.
Oh yeah, it was so
Like
good. Panic at the Disco and
so
stuff was
well
on it.
done. And like I
Yeah.
like the it has like the very 2000s like bluish kind of green coloring to
Yeah.
it. So I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is it. This is it right here. This is the one. This is my whole personality for like most of my teenage life."
It's so funny because like I watched it and I was having many feelings about many people.
Mhm.
Like so I was like, what's happening?
Yeah.
Like obviously Megan Fox and then like Amanda Seyfried. Like both so pretty. And then
Yeah.
Kyle Gallner,
An
um,
icon.
like, and obviously I was in my little scene girly phase, so
Yes.
he was very much my type. But then I also like thought Chip was really cute,
Right.
so I was just like, everybody in this movie
It's just
is
attractive.
gorgeous. Yeah, like why can't I go to school with people who look like this?
Honestly, this that was one of those movies that gave me like false hope for high school because I thought
Truly,
I was gonna start high school and I was gonna be like having like all the cool like goth friends, which unfortunately our school didn't have a lot of us, so we kind of
no,
just the basically whatever we considered emo, scene kids, goth kids, metalheads, we all were just clustered into one.
yeah,
It was just like a big mesh of everything because there were very, very few of us, and we all knew each other because
literally, literally,
that's how small of a niche group we were.
so
But
true.
I thought there was going to be so much more. I'm like, oh my God, yes, this is going to be great. I'm going to meet a boy that looks just like that, and my life is going to be great. 'Cause it's like, my little teeny boppy brain. I'm like, oh my God, love. Maybe I'll have my first boyfriend, like little dumb things
Yeah,
like that. But
yeah.
yeah, there were no badass succubus demon women just giving men what they deserve in high school. So
I know.
that's an
I
L.
I really wish that I was her.
Would have
I
been
could have
so
been like on some I am she shit,
yes.
you
Who is
know.
she? She is she.
Have you seen the travesty that is this Suspiria remake?
I have not.
Oh,
I
okay. That line is from that at the end.
oh my
She's
God.
like I am she.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh, they thought they went off with that. No hate if you guys generally watch it. I don't have much of an
No,
opinion on it
they
because I
did.
haven't
They
seen it.
did think that.
But
Yeah, they thought they went off, but it was actually like really stupid. I actually don't
oh
really like that remake. Let me say hi to a couple people here that I've missed. Hi, your horror bestie Lara. Hi. Um, yes, she did. She did rock directing that movie, Cody. Hello, Andy. Welcome. I'm surprised to see you here.
hello.
Happy to have you. Women directed horror. I mean, American Psycho has to be on the list. We're gonna be talking about that. Stay tuned. Raw by Julia Ducournau. That may come up here. That may come up here. Julia Ducournau on this channel. We stan a queen. Uh, Shaim says I never seen Jennifer's Body when it came out. I actually watched it in 2016 or 2017, fresh out of high school. Wow. I mean, yeah. Like, I feel super lucky I got to see it in the theater.
Yeah.
Um, but also I feel like obviously like seeing it now, like I just understand it so much more than I did when I first saw it.
There are so many queer coded moments in that movie that as a child you don't fully
Yeah.
understand.
Not even just that, but like the whole relationship between Needy and
Yeah.
Jennifer in general, like um the lesbian subtext aside, it's very like a very depressing
Yeah.
situation. So like when you're a kid, I don't think you really
You don't
like
pick up on it.
see that. Yeah. Yeah, also I'm standing by the fact that the real villain in that movie is not Jennifer Check. It is the dude from Low
Oh,
Shoulder.
100%. Fucking Low Shoulder.
Like
Low Shoulder did that. Low Shoulder is the reason
he's the
why
real
Chip and
villain.
Colin Gray and everyone else died.
Literally. He's the villain. Um, D, you should rewatch it.
Oh, that one's it's so rewatchable too. Like even now, I think it's aged pretty all right compared to most movies from that era.
Yeah. Um, Andy, we probably will be talking about that movie. No spoilers. Okay. So yeah, I knew we would both have Jennifer's Body
Yeah.
on here. I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you can tell me one that you have.
Ooh, let me pop up the list real quick. Actually, I'm gonna go with this one since it's fresh because I did rewatch it today because I was like curious to
Okay.
see if I still felt the way that I did about it.
Okay.
Um, but now that I see uh, Andy brought up Isa Lopez, I actually do have one of her movies on here, and The Tigers Are Not Afraid.
Oh, okay.
Very good movie. If any of y'all have not checked it out yet, I still feel the same way that I did the first time. If anything, I think I was more into it the second time around, and I picked up on a lot more than what I did the first time viewing it. Um, but it's basically like depicting these kids, and they kind of find themselves in the crossfire of like cartels and like drugs and stuff like that moving around. And I want to say, I believe it's in Mexico City.
Mm.
I should have researched that beforehand. Don't come at me. I'm sorry.
I can
But
check.
and I also realized that she not only directed it, but she also wrote the story. And I mean, this is, I'm not going to say it's the craziest thing I've seen horror wise. But I do think it is something that can be very upsetting just to see the kids in the situations they find themselves. But I think she wrote it in a way that it gets the message through without being like weird and gross about it. It's like this one's gonna really rile up the people, but I just feel like this subject matter and like the way she handled it, a man could never have handled it with such delicacy and respect the way she did.
Hmm. I haven't seen it, so I don't have any thoughts.
Oh, I would recommend it. I think you would really like it. It is a little like depressing.
Yeah,
Like
it looks like
so
it is. Yeah.
and like I noticed this time around too, like there's so many little details in like the coloring and like you kind of see when you follow like the lead girl, which by
Yeah.
the way, none of these kids are actors. These were literally just random children. And they didn't really have like a set script to go off of. These kids were literally just reacting to what they had to react in the moment, which made me feel way sadder watching it because I'm like, oh my God, this is like raw emotions coming from these children. And I
Mm.
have so many questions now. I'm like, do these kids like have any of them actually dealt with this in real life? Like it just made my brain start like spiraling. So now I'm like, I want to like do a deeper dive into this at some point.
Yeah.
Come back up if we discover like more Latina stuff in the future.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
it was wow, it was really cool. I liked what she did visually when we follow our little lead girl, Estrella.
Mm.
There are some moments where things get really dark, and it's almost like she sees like these little creatures almost like coming to life around her. Like you can tell that it's not something that's in the real world, but she can see it. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, you know, in its own way, it kind of shows the emotion she's experiencing with everything going on around her.
Right.
And I just think like that's such a cute like aspect to add to it. You can really see it, the darkness of everything they're going through, like with a little bit of innocence tied to it too.
Oh, okay.
It's so strange. Like it's but it's like it's beautiful visually though. I really do like what she did. Highly recommend that one if anyone hasn't checked it out. Tigers Are Not Afraid. It's still on Shudder.
Oh, cool. I haven't seen it yet, so I will have to check it out. Also,
Yeah.
it does take place in Mexico. You said
Yep.
Mexico, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I have to watch it. I don't know why I haven't watched it. I feel like a couple people have recommended it to me, and I
Yeah.
think it's just been on my watch list for forever.
Yeah. I was like in the same boat with it too.
Um, yeah, I have to check that one out. Hello, Billy. Welcome. Really want to see what Isa Lopez does with the new True Detective.
Oh.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, yeah. I remember hearing about that. But I haven't watched True Detective, so I have no thoughts. Um, Hi, Gavin. Welcome. It is your second time back.
Hello.
Shocked to have you here. No, it's a pleasure to have you. Uh, what movie are you guys talking about? Oh, well, I guess Melissa already answered that question just before. Um, okay, so let's move on. I'm trying to think. I can't believe we both have 14.
That was, yeah. I mean, we can like mesh some of them.
That's hilarious. I love it. Um, I'm not even going in order, so
Oh no, same. I was just like, this feels right. And then I saw Andy mention Isa Lopez, and I'm like, this is it. This is the one.
nice. Uh, Cody says Piggy, directed by Carlota
Oh,
Pereda, is one movie I can't stop watching. It's actually a really great film. I've heard good things about that one. I really want to see it. I think it's on Hulu, so maybe Melissa and
I
I will
think
check
so.
it out.
Yeah, that one's been on my
Yeah.
list for a while too.
Yeah, I really want to see it. It looks crazy. Um, okay, so I'm trying to think which one to go with here on my list. You know what? I'm just gonna go with this one. It's fine. Okay, so next on my list, I have Bodies, Bodies, Bodies.
I knew it. I That's why that one I'm like, I'm not gonna put it because I know it's gonna pop up regardless. We got it.
Of course, directed by Helena Rain. I hope that's how you say her last name. I think so. If not, apologies, Helena, if you're watching this. um, I know this movie got a lot of shit for some reason. Like everyone hates this movie. Like everybody says Bodies, Bodies, Bodies is so bad. I really like I don't get that. I'm sorry. I don't really get how it's bad. You can not like it and that's fine. Like think the story is like kind of silly or whatever. But to say it's like overall a bad movie, I'm gonna disagree. Shot really well. The acting is very good from like everybody. Um, Specifically, Rachel Sennett is like the star in this movie. Um, Pete Davidson is amazing in the small time that he does have. Um, we're big Pete Davidson stans here. But all of them were really good, honestly. Um, and I don't know. I like the humor. I think it's really funny. Um, I can see why some people wouldn't think it's funny, but great time. It's a great time. I want to watch it again. I regularly quote this movie. Um, Specifically, if you've seen the movie, I won't spoil like the ending or anything. But if you've seen the movie, there is a scene with Pete Davidson that's like really funny, and he's talking. He's talking to one of the girls, and he's like talking about like his sex life and things, and he's just like, well, you know, I look like I fuck, and it's the best
Such a good line. The
line.
delivery.
The delivery is it's great. Like there was no one else that could deliver that line like him. Like I just feel like perfect casting. um Love that. There's so many great lines. Rachel Sennett has a couple great lines too. At the end, honestly, she was just like banger after banger.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the script is really fun, and although you know the ending is not like it's not the most shocking thing, but like it's fun,
Yeah.
and they were going for fun and camp. So if you don't like that, sorry.
I also feel like that's what they were going for. I feel like there are people that went into this movie expecting something a lot more serious than what it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that was kind of your first mistake. Because I feel like, at least I kind of got the vibe pretty early on from just a trailer. I'm like, oh, this is just going to be like fun. This is like a fun little summer movie. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, and it was just fun. And it has like a lot of rewatchability.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's good. Laura says when Rachel Sennett says he's a Libra moon, that says a lot.
Oh
I
my
knew it would be
God.
amazing. Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god. I like when she was like when they were like, "Well, how long have you been dating him?" And she's like like 2 weeks or some shit. And they're like, 2 weeks? And she's like, that's like a really long time.
Oh my God. Doesn't she run like a podcast or something in that universe too?
Oh my god, no wait. The podcast bit is so
So
good.
spot on. Like,
A podcast takes a lot of work. You have to get a Google Calendar. You have to invite everybody. Oh my god, what an icon. She was really that bitch in this movie.
I'm glad that this was my introduction to Rachel Sennett.
Oh yeah.
It's a great, like, you right off the bat knows, I'm like, oh, she's gonna be good. This girl is going places.
For sure.
Like 100%.
She is great. She's really great. She really did steal the show in the movie. But she also just like I think had the best lines, like for sure.
She did.
Um Hello, Savage Zombie Reviews. Other Francis, hello.
Other Francis. It's been a minute.
Oh my gosh, Sketchy Ed, hi, welcome. Welcome, Queen. I loved Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Yeah, oh my god.
So
Same. I'm so happy to hear more people loving the movie. I feel like so many people I know hated it. Oh, that's a good one too. You hate listen to her podcast. What about when she says something about, oh my god, I don't remember what this person says, but she says something about like I think she calls her like a psycho or something, and she's like, "Don't say that. That's so ableist."
That's so ableist.
That was great. Oh my god. I love that. It's very clever and fun and relevant. I don't know. Loved it. Really good one. So, Melissa, you didn't put that on your list because you knew it would be on my list.
Yeah.
Okay. um,
Let me-
let me read these comments real quick. The Wind, which I didn't actually know was directed by the same woman that is directing the Five Nights at Freddy's movie.
Oh, shoot.
Oh. Wait, that's being directed by a woman?
We stand. What?
I didn't even know that, but we stand. Let me look that up. You know what? I didn't even see the trailer.
Oh, I was like, I wasn't sure. I looked at it just in case. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this. Like, I'll definitely watch it because of Matthew Lillard. But I'm like, okay, I'm feeling it.
It is directed by a woman. Wow. Oh, my queen, Elizabeth Lale. Elizabeth Lale's in this movie? We're here. We're here. We're queer.
They
I
just
love
knew.
Elizabeth Lale. Oh my god. That just boosted it up there for sure. Her and Matthew Lillard. Josh Hutcherson. All right. Cool. I don't know if I should like watch a trailer or avoid it. Is this being released through streaming or like wide?
I think they're actually doing both. They're doing, from what I
Sorry.
read, they're doing like wide release in theaters, and they're also releasing it on Peacock.
Oh. Okay, cool. That's fun. I love when they do that. I love when I have the option to either like watch at home or go see
Yeah.
it. Even though I usually prefer to go see it, but
Same.
it's
I feel like
it's
that
still
one
nice to have the
definitely-
option.
That one definitely gives the vibe that it'll be like a fun experience to go with like a good group to see in theaters.
Cool. Yeah, we definitely have to check that out. Francis says, I haven't watched Bodies, Bodies, Bodies yet, but it's on my list. Maybe tonight. You should.
Yes.
It's so much fun. Catherine Bigelow too. Near Dark is a fave vampire movie. Melissa, did I watch that with you?
We did. We
Okay,
did watch
yeah.
it together, yeah.
That one's actually not on my list, I fear.
Well, you're in luck because I put it on my list.
No way. Wait, no, serious?
Yeah, I did.
I thought
I would show
I
the
thought
picture.
we like mutually thought it was boring.
I I was like very mid about it, but there were some aspects that I liked about it. Like I kind of liked the story. I feel like it was very different than a lot of like typical vampire stuff that was coming around that time. And I also am like really like I found out really late that it was directed by a woman, so I'm like, oh my God, wait, this is kind of cool.
Oh,
Like for the
really?
time, yeah. So I
Oh,
was like,
I thought
okay, Catherine, go off.
I thought you knew when we watched it.
No,
Oh.
it didn't click in my head. My brain was not like paying attention to that.
Oh. Yeah, I do like it. I'm not saying I dislike it,
Yeah,
but I did feel like I don't know, maybe it was the day I watched it. Maybe it's time for
yeah.
a rewatch. That was a while ago. Um that I watched it, and sometimes for me if it's like a long day or something, a movie can
It
bore
won't hit the
me.
same. Yeah,
So maybe it's due for a rewatch. I remember
yeah.
really liking like the when they were like in the bar and that one vampire like has the glasses and
Oh,
do you
yeah.
remember that whole
I do. Yeah,
yeah. It's been a while.
I'm definitely down to rewatch it.
I'm
I feel like
shocked it's
it
on
was
your
like that day.
list. I
Yeah, I
love
was like,
that.
I feel like this is like a cool one to bring up, kind of mention it. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think that one is also like underrated for
Yeah,
sure. Not
it
a lot
has
of
like a
people talk
little
about it.
cult. Yeah,
Yeah, it does. It does have a cult following for sure. Oh, Andy, it's okay. Melissa loves it, so it's okay.
we'll rewatch it. We'll rewatch it and like have it more fresh one of these days. It'll be good. Because I do remember like that night, I think we are both like kind of like, okay, let's watch this. Like we were already kind of like feeling pretty.
I think so. I think you're right. So probably do have to
Yeah.
do a rewatch very soon. Okay, so Near Dark is on your list. So I guess I should go again since you talked about that. That's good. That was a shock actually. I wasn't expecting it to be on your list.
Yeah. I'm
Um
a sucker for vampires. No pun intended. Yeah.
we know.
It's so
We know.
bad.
Oh, hi, Jacob. Hello. Welcome. Trouble Every Day, Messiah of Evil, and The Love Witch are my favorite horror films directed by women. Great choices. I think Melissa and I watched Trouble Every Day together. I think we
We
didn't like
did
it.
with Space Vincent.
Oh, let's not even name him. Trash. Trash individual. Uh yeah. Yeah, that movie was interesting. It is like a cannibal horror movie. I don't
Yeah.
know why I didn't like it. I just like there was something I don't know.
I feel
I
like
think also the ending I thought was like weird.
I feel like there was one scene that we were kind of like
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
we were like a woman decided to
Unfortunately,
put us in that position to see that this way.
yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm
Yeah.
actively trying to forget about it. Yeah, that scene actually did like bump down a couple stars for
Yeah.
me. Like I was like, yeah, I just think that like that kind of thing is not for
Mm.
us.
Yeah.
Messiah of Evil, I haven't watched, but it's on my list. I know a lot of people really like that one, so I do want to check it out. And actually, since you mentioned The Love Witch, which I have over here on loop, but you can't really see her because she's out of focus. Um, let's talk about that one. I have The Love Witch on here. This is directed by Anna Biller, and it's from 2016. I love this movie. The aesthetic,
It looks
the aesthetic is unmatched. I mean, she really outdid herself here. I kind of love like Anna Biller's style overall. Very like old fashioned. She really knows her like vibe. Like
yeah.
as if there's one thing Anna Biller knows, she knows her vibe and what she wants the movie to look like, and she succeeds. And then of course, is that her name? Samantha Robinson? That is her name. I'm sorry, I'm on Letterboxd. um, Samantha Robinson is amazing. She also, everybody tells me all the time, since they know I'm like an Edwidge Fenwick stan, they're like, oh my god, the girl from the Love Witch like kind of looks like Edwidge Fenwick. Like they had to have
Oh
like
my
styled
God.
her based on Edwidge. And I don't know, that could be possible. I feel like Anna Biller probably is an Edwidge fan, so
Oh yeah.
that would make a lot of sense. But she does kind of resemble Edwidge. It is very strange. Specifically in this movie, because I see
Yeah.
regular pictures of her. Honestly, no. Even her headshot, I feel like she kind of looks like Edwidge, actually.
Oh my God.
Like a little bit. Not as much as in
Mhm.
The Love Witch, but she does have that look. But yeah, I really love this one. It's really good. Have you seen this one? I don't know. I don't remember.
I've seen like clips of it around, but I've never fully like watched the whole thing. But it has been on my list though.
Oh, we have to watch it sometime. It's really good. Let's. This is not a spoiler, but let's talk about it because I have the scene on loop in the background. This is my favorite scene back here. So obviously it's like the iconic, like it's a GIF now. My favorite scene in The Love Witch that kind of like really did it for me, that made me go like, I love this movie. Like this is great. Is when she has that line where she's like, and the day he left me, I died.
They literally made the one and only TikTok
Yeah,
audio
yeah.
that was trending with that too.
She was like, and the day he left me, I died. And then I was reborn as a witch.
Icon.
And it was so great. I was like, she is that bitch. Yeah. Oh my god. I love this movie. Oh my goodness. Also, this movie makes me want to be a bruja. Like, I want to be a bruja when I watch this. Like, I'm taking notes. You know what I mean? Like, I'm taking notes. If for some reason some of you haven't seen The Love Witch, Letterboxd so kindly let me know that it is available to watch right now on Shudder in the US, and it looks like Tubi as well.
Ooh.
So check it out. Trouble Every Day is rough for sure. It was the main inspiration, for Julia's film Raw, but she said she was afraid to go as dark as that film did.
Yeah.
So she made it more satirical. Oh, interesting.
That's very valid. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, that makes a lot of sense. Because when watching that movie, I was like, oh, it's kind of giving Raw vibes.
Yes.
But
oh my God, I remember
then
that,
it like took that weird turn, and I was like, yeah, it's rough. It's rough. But it is very well made, very well acted, I will say. But rough watch for sure.
Yeah.
Andy says, love the look of The Love Witch. Amazing job catching that 60s Technicolor vibe. Yes. Oh, that's exactly what I wanted to say. Thank you for saying that. I lost my words there. But yes, the Technicolor vibe is so well done. Also, the poster is stunning.
I'm obsessed with the artwork for that poster.
It is stunning. Like, I don't know who made this, but whoever made this, I hope they work in this industry forever.
You're right.
Like, no, really, it's so beautiful. Like, even if I didn't watch the movie, I would buy that.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so pretty. Hello, Ghost Pirate Entertainment. Hello. Yes, it is a slow burn artsy gem for sure. Nice to hear you love The Love Witch also, Shaim. Okay, so I spoke about The Love Witch. Now, Melissa, tell me one you have.
This one, it might be on your list too. I might actually be surprised if it's not, because this is another one that we did watch together.
Mm-hmm.
And I almost forgot about it, so I ran into it. I'm like, oh my God, wait, yes, this was also directed by a woman, and it was done very well. It's In My Skin by Marina Devon.
I have it.
Yeah, that one is like, there's no way you can not talk about it. There's
I love it.
way. Oh my God, like. French women just understand us when they make movies.
French women
very
slay
deeply,
at cinema.
very fucking
And they
deeply
do
because
understand us. I agree.
yeah, it was. I'm not gonna lie, I was very nervous. I think we both were very nervous
We
to
were. Oh
go
my
in to see
god.
it because we had a feeling that it could be triggering to watch.
Yes.
Um, but I think we did pretty well. We handled it pretty good, honestly. I mean, I think it was very well done, and you can tell that she put a lot of herself into this movie emotionally, and like it really comes through. And again, this is one of those subject matters that it's like you're walking kind of like on a thin line, when trying to keep it respectful within its dark matter. But I think she did very well in depicting that and seeing this character's journey.
She did for
Well,
sure. Um so if anyone does plan on watching In My Skin, I will say this trigger warning for
very.
self-harm and mutilation, depression, a lot of things. So yeah, it's not an easy watch. I would recommend watching this film if you're in a good mental state,
Yeah.
because it is very dark, but like Melissa said, it's done very tastefully, very respectfully. You can tell it's a very personal story. I think that's also why we kind of like related to it. And also, I think why, while watching it, we didn't really feel nervous. Well, we
Yeah.
did, but like, I feel like we kind of felt, it sounds weird, but I feel like we kind of felt safe almost.
I was literally thinking the same thing. Something about it was like, it felt like I was being shown this, but also like, I felt almost as if she's like holding us through this. It's like, you're okay,
Right.
but, I understand
Right. Like
in a
we're
way.
going through this together. I've been
Yeah.
there, you've been there, kind of thing. Yeah, I agree. I think it's an amazing film. I didn't do a proper review for this because I feel like it would be something really hard to review based on its subject matter. But I did rate it on Letterboxd and I gave it 4 stars. Um, I definitely do want to rewatch it at some point. I don't know when, but I do want to
I'd
rewatch
be
it at
down.
some point. Yeah. Specifically, you know what scene is really great? The dinner scene.
That
The dinner scene is
that was a
masterful. That is
lot.
cinema.
That was
That is cinema for me. So good. I love Melissa, can I read your review from
yeah, honestly,
Letterboxd?
I'm not gonna lie, I can't even remember what I wrote because I didn't even look at it again before doing this. Okay.
Melissa's review says, "This one is for all my fellow mentally ill girlies."
Exactly.
And the emoji like this.
Literally, that was like I know it's like a meme now. Like I'm
Accurate.
pretty sure most of you have seen it where they're like, "Yo, this motherfucker's spitting." But that's literally how we both felt watching this. I'm like, "Oh my God, where were you when I was a teenager and I needed to hear and see these things from someone that understood it?"
Right. Right. And it's crazy. This film kind of like flew under the radar. It came out in
Very much.
2002. Um, Not a lot of people talk about it. It doesn't have a lot of
Yeah.
reviews on Letterboxd, honestly. Unfortunately, it is kind of hard to find. I think we had a hard time finding it to watch
Yeah.
it. It's not currently streaming on anything. I'm sure there are ways to find it, but
Yeah.
it's gonna take you some time.
Yeah, I
But
did a little digging, but
yeah, it's definitely worth it if you feel like you're in a good headspace.
yeah.
Is what I will say. Let me catch up on the chat really quick. Um, I'm looking forward to her next film, Blue Beard. I love her short film
Oh,
work as well. Oh, Anna Biller, I assume. Yeah. Um. Oh yeah, I read that. Yeah, she like crafted the film from the ground up, like the artwork, set design,
oh my God.
fabrics. Yeah, yeah, she did a lot of work for that
That's
movie.
amazing.
She like she really knew what she wanted and she slayed. Like
Yeah.
she really is that bitch. Um, the dinner scene. Oh my god. Yeah, the dinner scene in My Skin is so good, but that movie traumatized me. Yeah, it's a hard watch for sure. Ghost Pirate. We probably will be talking about Julia Ducournau shortly. We stand a queen here on this channel. I feel like I speak about that woman so much. Like,
She has Julia
I love
Ducournau
her.
has changed my life, and I am okay with it.
Same. She has changed mine as well. In My Skin and Teresa, maybe
Teresia.
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 Okay. Are the best body horror films to come out of the French extremity movement. Okay, I haven't seen that one, but I will add that to my
Definitely gotta
letterbox
check
list.
that.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. I love French horror films, honestly. Yeah, Cody, you should definitely check it out. Andy says, "I know for sure that Hannah Burhlom will show up on someone's list for hatching." I love that weird ass movie. It will be here. Okay. So who brought up In My Skin? You?
Yeah.
Okay. So since Andy brought it up, I guess I can bring up Hatching from 2022, directed by Hannah Burhlom. I hope I'm saying her name correctly. I'm really not sure. Um, I've talked about this movie a lot here on the channel. I really love this one. It is a Finnish horror film. This movie, I think I wrote in my letterboxd review, I wrote, "This is my Joker," and it is. This movie definitely, we were just speaking about films that really speak to us. Hatching for sure was the movie of last year that really spoke to me. Really loved it. I don't want to butcher this girl's name again. Siri Solalina. I think that's correct. She does a really great job, and I think this was like probably one of her first acting roles. I mean, she's a
Whoa.
really young girl, but she slayed. Like,
So good. Yeah.
she was so good. If you haven't seen Hatching, it's really good. I will read the synopsis because I know it's a little bit like, it's one of those ones that just like flew under the radar, probably because it's foreign. So the synopsis is 12-year-old. How do you say her name? Tina? I think it was.
I think it's Denia. Yes.
Yeah. 12-year-old Dina is desperate to please her mother, a woman obsessed with presenting the image of a perfect family. One night, Dina finds a strange egg. What hatches is beyond belief. Dramatic. Yeah, it's good. I don't want to like talk too much about this one because I feel like not a lot of people have seen it and it's newer. So I'm not going to tell you what hatches or anything like that. But specifically the family dynamic in this movie, the mother-daughter relationship in this movie, everything is done very well. Also, I do think that it is something that could be triggering if you have some sort of parental issues, but this director, Hannah Burnham, really does a really good job at like kind of easing you into it. Yeah, there were definitely times though. I was watching this with Melissa. There were times where I was like, "Oh, I have an anxiety attack." I was like, "Oh no."
Where it's like, it's so funny because it's like I feel like we both know our triggers, so it's like it goes both ways. So it's like whenever like I see something that I know is gonna trigger her, she knows like she sees something that she knows is gonna trigger me. We just are like side eyeing each other, like trying to like check up on each other very discreetly. Like, are you good? Like, are you sure you're good?
We do that. We do. Uh, yeah. Yeah, so funny. I feel like we do that all the time. Not to get off on a tangent, but I actually was doing that. Melissa and I are going down the Degrassi rabbit hole. We're rewatching the
Yeah.
show. And there was an episode, I won't say what episode it is,
Yeah.
but there was an episode that went on and I just like kept eyeing Melissa because I was like, oh no, I fear
I
this is not good. This is not
I
good.
felt it too, and it's like and the timing that we revisited that episode was
Oh, I know.
yeah, that was
I can't believe that happened that day. Out of
I was
all the
like
days.
my brain was like flatline. Just
Yeah,
like
no, that was a really bad day to
but
watch that one.
point blank, I was a lot better than I thought I would be handling that episode. But yeah, it happens all the time. We're always like or like we'll ask each other afterwards like sure.
Yeah,
Or
like, are
like
you
if we're
good?
going into a movie we know is gonna trigger one another, it's like, listen, if at any point you're feeling weird, like we could just jump to something else. Like
Yeah, we do that, which I'm very grateful. Not everybody that I hang out with is like that. I feel like
yeah.
Melissa and I really
Honestly, no,
take care of
same.
each
Yeah.
other in
It's
that
we just know.
sense. Yeah. Which is probably why, like, I mostly watch things with Melissa.
Yeah.
Just
Honestly.
because, like, she's probably the one I feel the most safe with watching
Yeah.
things, for sure.
It's gonna get me emotional.
Oh my god!
Are
Are
we
we
gonna
gonna
be
cry?
crying?
Are we gonna cry?
Are you getting cringe too? Yeah.
It's okay. It's good
We're
crying.
good. It's yeah.
We're
It's happy
good.
tears.
Yes. So Andy says hashing was a solid sweet and spooky wreck. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. It's very good. It's very worth it. I know a lot of people are like weird about reading subtitles. Just get over it. Just read
So
them. It's
once
so
you
worth it.
once you give into just reading the subtitles, you're gonna find a whole new world of movies that are like 10 times better than half the shit you've
You
seen on
will
the reg.
get past the hurdle. There's so many great foreign horror for real. I feel like
Yeah,
most of my favorite like horror films are foreign at this
that is
point.
true.
Yeah.
Listen, French extremism changed my life
Mm.
quite literally, mentally. The way that my brain chemistry has been altered since deep diving into that is insane, but I don't regret it for a second. Like, it is genuinely like a whole different world. Like, they are not afraid to go there. And,
Yeah.
like, most of the time they do it well and respectfully. So,
Yeah. They definitely do. They are very gruesome though, but
yeah.
they do. Yeah. Ooh, happy to see some love for hashing here. Oh, if it is on Hulu still, then yeah, Hatching is available on Hulu in the US.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I didn't check, so if it's not, don't yell at me. But it was when I watched it. The true horror was the family YouTube vloggers. Yeah.
That was,
Yeah.
I was not expecting that. Honestly, I wasn't really sure what to expect going into that movie because I'm not gonna lie, I remember seeing the trailer for it, and I don't even think I watched the whole thing. I'm like, what is happening? But I will say, do not let, if you saw it and had that mentality, don't let the trailer fool you because the movie's like a million times better than the little tidbit that they did show throughout.
It so is, yeah. I don't I think I did watch the trailer also and I thought like it wasn't like
I was not expecting any of that.
yeah, me neither. I was just like, oh, okay, I kind of felt like oh, it could go either way. It could be like really kind of cool and weird or it could just be like really dumb. Um but yeah, it definitely surpassed my expectations. Piggy is another one that deserves mention. So the only reason we haven't mentioned it is because Melissa and I both have not seen that film, but we
Yeah.
do plan to see it. I think it's on Hulu still, so maybe we'll
Yeah.
check it out soon. The Rage Carrie 2. No, we have not. We have not talked about that. I don't even remember if I've seen that one, honestly.
Yeah, I'm not gonna front. I don't think I watched that one. I've seen like
Yeah.
the millions of Carrie remakes.
I don't think I watched that one either. We're All Going to the World's Fair is one of the most uniquely made
Yeah.
movies. Uh,
I think
Yeah, we
we did
did
watch
watch
that
that
one
one.
together. Yeah. I like the idea for it. It's just for me, I wasn't feeling it as much as I wanted to.
Yeah, I agree with you, actually. I
I
do
think
think
our
the acting was really good though.
Yes, I was just gonna say, I think our lead girl, she was very good in that movie.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I really did like the concept. I don't know why I didn't really like.
Yeah.
I don't know. Weird. I didn't really like it. One of my favorites is Relic by Natalie Erica James. It wrecked me. Such a heartbreaking masterpiece. Oh, I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, I haven't watched that either. I've definitely heard of it.
Yeah, yeah, I think I've seen the poster for that one. I'll have to check that one out. Hatching Piggy and Clock on Hulu. All must see. Clock. Okay, I haven't seen Clock. Oh my god, hi Tom. Hi friend. Miss you. How are you? I simply adored Fear Street by Lee Janik.
Oh my God.
Such a fun horror. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's a really fun little journey. Yeah.
Those were fun for sure. I think they also came out at like a really good time. Like, everybody was like ready for that kind of
Yeah.
experience when that came out. So it did come at a good time. Censor is an excellent recent woman directed horror film. Censor.
Yeah.
Censor. Wait. I think I watched this with my
We did.
patrons.
We did watch this one, all of us together, I believe.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do remember this one. Yeah, I liked this one. I feel like I remember the patrons not liking this one.
Yeah. It was very, I feel like it's one of those movies that's very like 50-50.
Yeah, did you
Like you,
like
you
it?
either like it or you don't. I think I had to like sit down a bit and like really like process it before figuring out how I felt about it. But I think especially looking back at it now, I think I do. I do like a lot of it visually and the storytelling, and I think our lead lady was very good as well.
Yeah.
I did have that. I was like a little honorary or like extra mention on my list.
Oh, cool. Okay. Um. Oh my god, I forgot all about that one.
Yeah. Oh, I love the posters for that one too. I thought they did very cool
Yeah.
with them.
Good call with that one. Clock by Alexis Jack now is a must see. Okay. I will add that one to my list. I haven't seen it yet. American Mary. So I do really like that film. I actually didn't add it to my list today because I thought it would be on Melissa's.
No, because I did the same for you.
Are
We
you
can still
joking?
talk about it. I'm not serious, like 100%.
I thought for sure it was going to be on yours, so I was like, let me not add this one.
It's funny because I just trimmed my bangs and they're giving very American Mary because right now they're really short. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, we can talk about it. Do you want
Yeah.
to do you want to talk about it? What are your thoughts on
Oh,
American Mary?
honestly, that was one of the first movies that I think I remember seeing that had that kind of a scene. So I
Right.
was like,
Right.
yeah. I remember the first time I watched it, I was like in high school and it was like really late at night and I couldn't sleep. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna go ahead and watch this. But I did genuinely like it. I kind of like the direction that it took, and I kind of like that, she found her own way of like, I don't say like coping, but I feel like I don't know, my brain is fogging. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I do remember liking it a lot and really liking Catherine Isabel's performance on that. She, I feel like, is a very underrated scream queen. People
She
do not give her
is.
nearly enough credit.
She
Um,
is.
but I like the vibe. Like at that age, I was very big into like the idea of like body mods and stuff like that. So seeing that play out in a horror movie was like super cool. Yeah, that was super cool.
Yeah. I've spoken about American Mary so much on the channel. That's also why I didn't put it on here because I feel like
Yeah,
I've spoken it to death. I did a review on it. It's been on like multiple lists of mine. I really enjoy it. I think Catherine Isabel makes the movie for sure.
Oh,
I
100%.
feel like if she wasn't playing that character, I don't know if I would like the movie as much.
Yeah.
Like, she makes it for sure. Unfortunately, like, when I rewatched it to review it, I kind of wish that we didn't have to see that scene.
Yeah,
I
I
wish it
agree.
was implied, or we didn't, like it just happened off
Yeah.
screen. I don't know, because when rewatching it I kind of forgot, like I forgot because it
Yeah.
had been years, so I forgot that that even happened, and then I was watching it and I was like, wait, what? Like I like, I guess I
Yeah.
must have blocked it out that it happened because it probably made me very uncomfortable so long ago.
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot that this like has this scene. So usually when that's happening, I'll just like mute my TV
Yeah.
and I'll just like look away till it's over. But yeah, that's rough. I kind of wish they would have shot that a little bit differently, but
Yeah.
you know, it's still a really great movie, and Catherine Isabel does a great job. Yeah, and it still holds up for sure.
Yeah.
Outside of that scene being a little bit much for me,
I
but
think it
yeah,
it definitely is one of the Soska sisters like stronger movies
I
for sure.
agree. I think it's their best,
Yeah.
like for sure. I actually don't really know if I like any of their other movies like that.
Let's see who their
Their
co-stars.
remake of Rabid, um, that was interesting.
I
I
have
like,
not yet seen that one, but I know they were promoting the hell out of it when they were making it for sure. Like they
listen,
were really excited.
they were promoting it. I think they were promoting it so much because
Oh
it didn't slay.
no! Oh no!
I'm so sorry. I mean, there were things I liked about it, but I can't sit
Yeah.
and say it was like overall a good movie. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie to you. Like, yeah, I don't think you're gonna love it either, to be honest.
Yeah.
But it
Actually,
is worth a watch.
I think we tried watching the original Rabbit, didn't we? Did we watch it together?
Did we watch it together?
I think we did. And we were both very, I think we both had the very same thoughts about it. We were kind of like, it's a movie that we're watching.
No, seriously. We were like, okay.
So that
Bet.
just happened.
Oh, great.
And like, no, hey, like if you guys like Rabbit, that's great. We just, I don't know,
Yeah.
we could. It was another one
No,
of those that
couldn't get into it.
we could, yeah. It
Couldn't
just
get
didn't
into
hit.
it. But you know what? I think honestly, for me personally, like not all of that's Brandon. No, I'm sorry, not Brandon. Who's the dad? David.
David Cronenberg.
Yeah.
David, our boy
David.
David.
Sorry, I'm thinking of Brandon Cronenberg
I
because
know.
I'm thinking
Now
of
that they're both
Infinity
in the
Pool.
industry, yeah.
But David Cronenberg's work, like, it doesn't always hit for me.
Yeah.
So, I wasn't expecting to love it.
Yeah.
So it's
I'm like
fine.
very 50-50 with him. Like he'll do some cool things in his movies, don't get me wrong, but overall, sometimes the pacing gets a little like weird and I feel like certain things get kind of lost.
I think so. I
Yeah.
think that was the case too when we watched Rabid. We felt that way.
Yeah.
There's a Korean horror film called Cinderella that deals with surgery slash body modification. I wonder if the Oscars were inspired by it.
Oh.
Um, so I have seen that, but I saw that
Okay.
movie. I saw that movie in the ninth grade. So I
Oh,
don't
what?
remember it. I'm looking it up right now. I don't remember it very well, but I've been wanting to rewatch it.
I am so down to check that out though.
Yeah. I remember it being like very strange. Yeah, I did watch this. came out in 2006. Yeah, I watched it in ninth grade because funny, like, little story time for everybody. In ninth grade, I had this goal of, like, watching, like, some of the most disturbing horror films ever. I don't know why I had this goal. Like, I had just really, I was kind of, because I used to be afraid of horror movies because of my trauma
Yeah.
with with Child's Play. But in like seventh grade, I started getting into horror. I say like seventh grade because I really can't remember my age, but I always remember like what like year of school I was in. It's crazy. But yeah, so seventh grade I was like, okay, I'm getting into horror movies. And then like eighth grade I was watching like kind of like just like, you know, the mainstream stuff and
Yeah.
like whatever. I went to see Jennifer's Body and I was like, I'm a horror girl. And then like in ninth grade I was like, I need to watch the crazy stuff. Like I was like,
We've leveled up.
yeah, I was like, I'm done with this PG-13. I need to watch crazy shit. um so yeah, that was actually the time where I watched Audition. I watched so many movies.
So good.
So many weird movies. Audition. Oh my god, what's the other one?
Oh my god,
Strange Circus. Yes, Itchy the Killer I watched too. Um Strange Circus was like gross. I had no business
I've
watching
actually
that.
never watched that.
That's a hard watch for sure. It's gross. It's good, but it is gross. Like I don't like. I haven't seen it since.
We are not
but,
held responsible for how you might feel after watching it.
Yeah. But yeah, I did watch so many disturbing movies, and basically to get back to it, Cinderella was one of them. I remember it being like pretty disturbing. There was another one. Now we're in a loophole, but like I have to find it now. It was based on like some folklore or something. Oh my god. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can find it. Oh yeah, I watched this one too. Because it's based on a Japanese like urban legend, yeah.
Oh.
This one kind of fucked me up too, not gonna lie. Carved, the slit-mouthed woman.
Get the fuck out. I have to see that. Hold on. I'm adding all of these to my list right now.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for like the crazy horror movies.
Honestly, I'd be down to watch this one with you again because when I first watched it, I like it really scared me. I can't
Yeah.
imagine it's probably gonna it probably won't scare me now at this point, but it really scared me. Like I remember I couldn't sleep that night. Just like the woman was really creepy. But yeah. So I watched that one. Cinderella. Oh my god, I watched so many. It's crazy. I actually have a list on my phone that's so old of all the ones I
Oh my
watched. Yeah, it's crazy. I like wanted to watch all of them. That's how I ended up watching those like really I don't even want to talk about them. Those really
We're
gross, icky.
we're the same brain length because I almost thought of mentioning that
Yeah,
person,
that's
but
not.
we're not gonna deep dive into that. But if you know, you know.
Yeah, I'll say they're pukey movies.
Yeah.
But I won't mention this person's name because they're an icky individual. But yeah, I ended up watching so much shit I shouldn't have watched for sure. But yeah, okay, so let's get back. Sorry, that was a long tangent there. I don't know how we got to that. Cody says Berlin Syndrome. Oh yeah, I've seen that one actually. That one was very good. Very good. It is a slow burn for sure. Yes, Teresa Palmer is great in it as well. See No Evil 2 was also directed. Oh, I forgot that.
You know, that one was kind of a fun watch. I have not
Wait a
revisited
minute.
it in a while.
Is that the one where he swallows the phone?
No, that's the first one. And he makes the girl swallow the flip phone. That was fucking iconic.
He makes the girl swallow the flip phone.
The
Dude.
the second one is the one with I think Danielle Harris is also in it and Catherine Isabel, and they're like in the hospital.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I remember that one. I remember it being fun. Not a horror film, but Eve's Bayou by Cassie Lemons is a great Southern Gothic. Oh, yeah, for sure. I love that film. I think it's a great, great film. I actually did. I'm going to plug my friend's podcast. My friend Dylan, who's also on Table Screams, has a really cool podcast called Hot for Creature, and they cover creature features. And sometimes they do like witchy months, and we did talk about Eve's Bayou, so I'm on that episode. You can listen to them on Spotify and wherever else you get your podcasts. Go check out Hot for Creature. Jake says Strange Circus is outstanding. All of Sion Sono's stuff is. Yeah, his stuff is very good, but his stuff is very disturbing. But like, yes, the movie itself is a very, very good movie, but it is very icky for sure. Oh, Dawn, you've seen Carved. Oh. I gave it 3 stars. Nice. Okay, cool. Somebody has seen it. I love that. It's been a while for me, but I'm glad you've seen it and you gave it 3 stars. That's pretty decent. Maybe it has held up. Granted, I don't know when's the last time you watched it, but. Has Ravenous by the late Antonia Bird come up yet? No. I think I've seen that. Have you, Melissa?
I have not watched that, actually.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Was it me who spoke about something last, or you?
That's a good question. Wait. I have to stop and think. I think Censor was the last one, I think, before we spiraled.
Right, but I didn't have that on my list. Somebody brought that up.
Yeah.
Oh, you had it on your list?
Mine. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't catch on.
You're good.
Okay, so you had that one. Cool. So we'll move on. So let's talk about Julia Ducournau. She's been brought up multiple times. So a queen. I'm assuming her films are on your list, right?
I picked one. In hopes, because I had a feeling that you might have the other, if not both.
I have both.
Okay, so it's great. So, all right.
So obviously, Julia Ducournau, French director. She did the film Raw and Titan. Or Titan. I think it's Titan. Which one do we want to talk about first? I mean, Raw was her like directorial debut, right?
Yeah, we can start with Raw.
Cool. Let's talk about Raw. Oh, you want to go? Go ahead.
I think you watched it before me, but I remember. I think I watched it with you the first time.
Yes. So what happened is, I watched it without you, but I didn't finish it because I got grossed out.
Yeah.
And then I asked you to watch it with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then we watched it together. Yeah. And then I fell in love with it.
It was so... I'm over here like... Am I really, like, feeling sad for cannibals? And, like, rooting for the cannibals?
Well, she's a tortured soul, isn't she?
Yeah. We're suckers for that shit. That's it. You're a tortured soul. That shit takes away everything else.
But, like, it also is a coming of age film. So it's not just like she's just 100%. Like a cannibal. Like, she's crazy. There's a lot going on. I don't want to give the twist away if you haven't seen Raw. There's a lot going on. And I think ultimately, like, the ending, you really feel for her. You're like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, so... great film. It's really intense.
Yeah.
It's icky for sure. It's shot really well. I also really love the poster for it. The poster is so simple and so beautiful. I'm looking at the poster right now. The font and everything is just so such a great poster. Like, it just says so much. Like, her face and everything. Great poster. I hope whoever did this poster also stays in the industry for a long
For
time.
sure.
But yeah, I know Raw is not really for everybody. I think Melissa was there. We watched it with my patrons, and not all the patrons
Yeah.
fucked
It's
with this
another one
movie,
that
but
it's hit or miss
it
with
is.
a lot of people.
Yeah, it is. And I think cannibalistic films are definitely hit or miss for a
Yeah.
lot of people as well. Um, I also just feel like Julia Ducournau kind of has this way of like, she's so for the girlies. Like, I don't know how to
Yeah.
explain it. She's just so for the fucking girls. Like, I don't know, but that woman understands me. Like, I felt very seen and understood with Raw.
Yeah.
And obviously, no, not the cannibalism part. But
Yeah.
if you watch the film, the whole coming of age aspect, the being really awkward and uncomfortable in your body, and then like having that sexual awakening and becoming more confident and stuff. Like just that scene alone of her singing that really crazy song in the mirror and like
Yes.
kissing the
That
mirror,
was
it says a lot. It says a lot. And it's just her dancing and lip singing to a song while looking at herself in the mirror. Like, but it says a lot about her character, about the story itself. That scene itself really, I think, made me go like, this is it. Like, this is really good. Um, and I guess we can kind of like go into Titan or Titan. So many people say it so many different ways. I
I've
don't
heard it
know.
a million different ways. Yeah.
Yeah. So this one is definitely very different than Raw, but obviously you can tell it's still Julia Ducournau. Like you can really tell it's her. She definitely has a specific style. Um, and yes, this is the one where the woman is like fucking her car. In
In case you didn't know.
case you didn't know. I really like Titan. I can't tell. I can't figure it out yet. I can't figure out if I like Titan more than Raw. I don't think so though. I think Raw would probably be my favorite from her, but I fucked with Titan. Like I loved it. Like Melissa and I watched it together and we were like, this is it. Like we were really obsessed with it though.
It solidified for us. We're like Julia Docker now. That's our bitch.
Yeah, she's our bitch.
She's it. Like that's it. Like this woman has like such a like interesting brain.
She does.
Like I am obsessed with the way her brain works because she does this like really weird, beautiful, twisted thing with her movies where it's like you're gonna get like the weird scenes and the gore and like traditional aspects that make a horror movie. But you're also always gonna get a deeper message that you somehow resonate with
Yeah.
every
Yes.
time. Every
Yeah.
time.
Every time. So true because Raw the ending like everything is just like whoa. Um yeah, she definitely does make weird films, but like she doesn't make weird films just to be weird. Like
Right.
there's so much underneath all of it.
There's a lot of layers to that one. Yeah.
Oh, I love her. I can't. She's such a queen. I
Oh
I
my,
have no words.
the fact that she's teaming up with A24
Oh, I
for her
can't
third film.
wait. I forgot about that. That was announced like when was that announced? Like last month or
I think it
something?
was, yeah, or yeah, like a few weeks ago.
Yeah. I can't wait.
I am ready to have that lady ruin my life, and I will
She's
thank
gonna
her
slay. I
every
mean,
second of it.
truly. Like, oh, I love her. I can't deal with her. She's great. We love those movies. I can't wait for her next movie. Oh my goodness. I get so excited just thinking of her working on movies. That's how much I love
Yep.
her. Um, you definitely know it's gonna be great. I also hope that in her new movie she has Garance Mariller again. I love this actress.
Oh, she's so good. Yes.
She's such a great actress. Like, oh, I'm obsessed. I can't. D says raw is everything.
Yes.
Yes, it is. The Strange Color of Your Body's Tears is a French Danish movie, and Hélène Catet, the director of Amer, makes the most strangely beautiful films. Oh, I think I have that on my list because I think that's considered a giallo, like a modern.
I was gonna say it definitely sounds like a Jalo with the title alone.
Yeah, it's on my giallo watch list for sure. I know it's, yeah, I've heard good things. I want to check it out. Um, Laura says she's also one of the only women directors that have won the
Oh,
Palm French.
French. Who is she? We.
I can't say, I don't want to butcher that. But that is really cool. I did not know that actually. Thanks for telling us that. That's amazing. We do indie stan. A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night.
Oh,
That's on my list as well, Don. We're gonna talk about it. Um oh yeah, D, that was just announced like literally a couple weeks ago. Um that she's gonna be working with the A24. I think I shared it on Twitter, yeah. Oh wait, the A24 project is a TV show?
oh, bitch, I'm gonna be gagged.
Bitch, I'm gagged.
If this is like a weekly thing,
We're
I
ready.
have no
Our
words.
bodies are
I
ready.
have no words.
Um, yeah, that's really exciting. Oh my goodness. So since Dawn brought it up, I don't know if you have it on your list as well, Melissa. Girl Walks Home Alone at Night.
I didn't add it because I know it's gonna be on your list. I was like, for sure. Because I also watched this one for the first time with you.
Of course. Um, okay, so A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night is from 2014 and it's directed by Anna Lily Amirpour. Um, Very cool movie. The tagline says the first Iranian vampire western.
Oh,
That's really cool.
that is pretty dope.
Um, this movie is beautiful. She slayed. She went off. Like, she went off. Like, what?
The way it's filmed and the coloring, are you fucking kidding me?
I know.
I was like, she's doing this black and white vampire western. Let's go.
Yeah, no.
Let's go.
She went off. Like, she fucking went off. Yeah, I feel like this film also is like underrated because like
Oh yeah.
I don't feel like like enough people talk about it.
They really don't.
Like I've definitely heard people talk about it, but like not enough.
Hmm.
And I feel like everything about it is really good.
Yeah.
The acting is really good. Oh my goodness. The way it's shot alone is crazy. But yeah, I mean I love a good like heartbreaking vampire story and this is that. Like I love a good
Yeah.
tragedy. Um yeah, this is really good. I think like Melissa when Melissa and I watched it, we're both super similar where Melissa was just like, "Oh my god, she just deserves love." And it was like she does. um yeah, I really like this one. I don't know. I don't really have a lot to say other than that. Do you have anything you want to add about it?
Not really. I think we covered most of it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, she has been working on a lot of other things, this
Yeah.
director. Laura brought up
Oh,
that she did Mona Lisa and the Blood Moon.
we also.
We did watch that one. I thought that one was really fun.
It was very different, but definitely like again, like with Julia Ducournau, like you can tell who directed it because there still is that same essence of style.
For sure. Yeah. Um, yeah, I thought it was really fun. I like that one a lot. Also, Kate Hudson, are you kidding?
Oh my god, she slayed.
Slayed over a hot stove. Um, Strange Color is a Jalo prestige for sure. Not as good as Knife Plus Heart, but Good. Okay, cool. I do really love Knife Plus Heart.
Oh yeah.
I have yet to do a full review of Knife Plus Heart, but okay. So now I just spoke a bunch. So Melissa, why don't you give us two? Because
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead since I see Cody just brought it up as well. Fresh is definitely on my list.
I didn't put that
A
on my list because
1000%.
I knew it would be on yours.
Oh my God, how did you? What gave it away? What could possibly have given it away?
I like how the first picture is him shirtless.
Stop. Oh my God, I was so excited. Like, I wasn't really sure what this movie was, how this movie was gonna go. I
Yeah.
just know that I saw Sebastian Stan, and me being the basic woman that I am, I was like, oh, I'm in. Are you fucking kidding me? And then to see him turn and be like the main villain in this movie and just show the freaking range that that man has,
He did slay.
I was sold. And Daisy Edgar Jones also.
Oh yeah, she's great.
Queen.
She's great.
Also, I felt so seen. This movie really like put on blast like the current dating scene and how fucking crazy it is.
So true.
Oh,
Yeah, no, Fresh was really good. I do have to give credit where credit is due. It was really good. And I do really like the American Psycho little like nods because I feel like when Sebastian Stan was like singing and like
it's
cooking and
like
all
just
that, yeah,
cooking up
I
stuff.
yeah, I felt like there was a lot of inspiration there.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, that's a really good one. That's also on the newer side. I think that one is on Hulu. If you
for
haven't
sure.
seen it, you should definitely check out Fresh from Mimi Cave. So speaking of American Psycho, I do have that here today.
Me
Of course
too.
I do. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Do you have it too?
Yeah,
Of course.
the perfect little segue into that one.
Let's do it. So American Psycho from 2000, directed by Mary Herron. Um, what else can you say? I mean, this is like
Oh,
an iconic
for
horror
sure.
film. I feel like everybody's seen it. You know what I mean? So it's like we can't really spoil it, right?
Literally Christian Bale at probably like one of his best, most memorable things he's ever done in his career.
Truly,
Literally.
truly. He was really good in that other one. What is that other one where he
Oh,
lost a lot of weight?
yes. Oh my God. What is that called? This is almost
That
bothering.
one was crazy. He really is amazing. Um, yeah, I forgot the name of it. Are you?
Mm,
Mm,
let's see.
you'll get it. But yeah, I think we rewatched it recently with the patrons.
Yeah.
It's always a good time. It's always like fun, and also this is one of those films too that is timeless. Like I feel like it's still relevant. I just watched it recently and like it is still super relevant. Thank you, Jake. That's it right
That's
there.
what it is. The machinist. I'm over here thinking, I'm like, it's something with an M. My brain was like the mechanic, the mech.
I know. I was like Maniac, and then I was like, that's the wrong movie. Yeah, that one. Yeah, he was really great in that one as well. Um, but yeah, there's not much to say about American Psycho that hasn't been like said to death. But it's great. I think that I end up watching this movie at least like once a year. Like I love this movie. Script is brilliant. I have yet to read the novel. I really want to read it. Everybody says it's very good. I have to check it out at some point. Um okay, cool. What's next for you?
So, let me see. Ooh, we're getting down to the wire.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll leave that one for here.
Oh my
Oh
god, I
my
have
God.
to address that. American Psycho if Roman Roy decided to start killing sex workers.
Is that
That's Succession.
Hell
Hell yeah. Oh my god, Jacob. I am obsessed with that. I'm a Succession girly.
I have to get into
Thank
the
you for
Succession
that.
thing.
Succession is incredible. It's one of the best shows. This is the final season, so you can binge it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's actually.
But oh my god. That's so great. I love seeing on Letterboxd all the little like Roman Roy like
It's everywhere. Like I have never seen an episode of the show, but I know exactly who Roman Roy is without having to watch it.
Yes. Oh my god. That's great. Thank you so much. This is my favorite comment of the night.
This one is more of like a guilty pleasure because I don't think it did very well in theaters and people don't seem to be too big fans of it on Letterboxd either. But Silent Hill Revelation in 3D. Yeah. Listen. I'm gonna go ahead.
Wait, that's directed by a woman?
Yeah. The sequel to it, yeah.
No way.
Yeah, I did not know this either till very recently. It's directed by MJ Bassett.
I'm looking it up.
This one, I've always been a sucker for anything Silent Hill, and I know a lot of people weren't too big on this movie, but
Yeah, oh my god, this movie got an 8% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Listen.
No, I'm not judging you.
Pleasure. No,
who cares? Yeah, like
it's
if you like it, you
pleasure.
like it.
I will rewatch that movie, and it's just good. You throw it on, you get to see
Malcolm McDowell. Come on.
Oh my God, Malcolm McDowell. Yes. Listen, the movie might have been moody, but the few seconds we get Malcolm McDowell in it, he slayed and he ate no crumbs.
He left no crumbs.
He really did it, and it's just like, again, I'm a huge sucker for anything Silent Hill, and like I love the visuals and like the coloring and the world building in all the Silent Hill movies.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm gonna watch it and enjoy some aspects of it. What else? Also, Pyramid Head. I'm not gonna go any farther, but Pyramid Head, that's my boy. I fucking love that character.
That's like your daddy.
That's my daddy. I have issues. Can you tell? The mentally ill is coming out. But yes.
No, it's great. I love it. I really wasn't expecting that. I didn't even know that was directed by a woman. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Good choice though. That's definitely not one I would have expected.
Coming through.
Okay, cool. Nice to mix it up a little bit. The Succession finale will actually ruin me. Same here. Succession's final season is the best so far. Barry too. I haven't gotten caught up with Barry, so no Barry spoilers. But I really like that show. It's really good. I love Bill Hader. Cody says Goodnight Mommy, directed by Veronica Franz.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I almost put that on here, but I didn't because it's also one of those movies that I've talked to death.
Yeah.
Like on the channel, on list and like I think in streams and things. I really like that one. Very good choice. Connor Roy was interested in politics from a young age. Oh my god, I can't. I love Succession so much. We have to get Melissa into it.
I have to start watching this.
It's so amazing.
Although I know he doesn't come until way later, but I know that Alexander Skarsgård is in there for like a little bit. So I'm like,
he is. He's currently in the final season. Also, he's got more screen time in this season. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sold.
He's really good in it. Oh my god.
Oh my
he
God.
plays such an asshole. But like
that
he
man
does
can
so
ruin
well.
my life, and I would thank him.
You have to see Big Little Lies then.
But
he plays a terrible
I did add that on
person.
my list there too. Yeah.
He plays like the shittiest individual.
He always make him do that. They love
Yeah,
making him do
because
that.
he's so good at being intense, I think.
Yeah.
Queen Melissa, the second Silent Hill movie, is a guilty pleasure for
Right.
me.
Thank you.
I love that. Okay, so we're getting down to it.
Let's see.
Let's see. Oh, Andy brought this one up earlier. I'll talk about it, but since it's like very, very new, I'm going to talk about it very quick and I'm not going to give any spoilers. Also, Melissa hasn't seen it. So, Husera the Bone Woman, directed by Michelle Garza Severa. This is, I believe, a Mexican horror film. I actually talked about this one in my Latine horror films to stream right now video. So if you want to hear more of my thoughts on it specifically, I would watch that video just because I don't want to spoil. This one is basically brand new. It just went to Shudder. I think I watched it before it went to Shudder, but now it's on Shudder. So I don't want to give anything away. But this is very, very good. I actually think Melissa will really like it. There is a lot of brujeria going on. Like, I just feel like if you watch it specifically, like, you would feel very seen by, like,
Oh,
yeah, a lot of things. But this one was really good. Very well acted. I will read the synopsis since it's a newer one for anyone who hasn't seen it. The synopsis is: Valeria's joy at becoming a first-time mother is quickly taken away when she's cursed by a sinister entity. As danger closes in, she's forced deeper into a chilling world of dark magic that threatens to consume her.
oh,
Obviously, this is also a queer horror film, so not only is it a Latine horror film, it is a queer Latine horror film. So you already know you have to check it out. Yeah, they did a really, really good job with this movie. I don't want to say anything else. I do think it's one of those movies, though, that the ending may make or break it for you. Like, you may be like, that's it. Or,
oh.
or you'll be like, I like that. Cool. But it is possible that you'll watch it and be like, that's it. So, keep that in mind. But yeah, I really like that one. It's a good one, for sure. What else? What do you have?
What else do I have? I think I only have four left. Actually, maybe three.
I have 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, this is another one that we watched together. The Apology on Shudder by Alison Starlock.
Forgot about that. Yeah, that's a good one.
That one, honestly, surprised, gagged. Like I'm not really sure. I think we went in not expecting too much, but it definitely delivered a lot more than what we thought it would.
For sure.
And again, another story that was like handled very well with care. Like I feel like it's one of those that if they wanted to, they could have gotten like weird and icky, but she chose to do it in like you get the general sense of
Yeah.
what happens without it being too visual and uncomfortable to watch.
For sure. What happened is kind of explained in dialogue, but we
Yeah,
don't see anything.
which I'm kind of grateful because when you do find out what happens,
Yeah.
it's a lot and it can be very triggering and it's something that I personally don't like to see in movies.
Yeah,
So I'm
same.
kind of grateful that they didn't do all of that.
Yeah. Also, it was a one location.
Yeah,
I think there were like 3 actors on this set.
very small set. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it might have been like a panorama movie.
Hmm.
But yeah, very well done. It's also a
Yes.
Christmas horror. Yeah, it is a really good one. I forgot all about that one. That's a good call. Definitely trigger warnings
Yeah.
for the topic. They don't show it, but the topic of essay.
Yes.
But a very, very good movie nonetheless. That's a good one. Okay. Since we're on the topic, triggering topics, I know it's like not considered. Hold on. I just want to see what the actual genre is, because
Yeah.
yeah, okay, I figured that. It's not really considered a horror, it's more of a thriller crime. Um, but I have Promising Young Woman,
Oh my
directed by
God.
Emerald Fennell. I
Yes.
know this is like a hit or miss for a lot of people. A lot of people didn't
Yeah.
like this one. A lot of people loved it. Uh, I am with it. I liked it a
Yeah.
lot. Thought it was a great movie. And also, I'm a big Carrie Mulligan fan, and I think she's like a force in this movie for sure. Uh, yeah, I really like this one. This one is really hard to talk about as well. Like the overall, like what it's about is like I don't know how to talk about it.
Yeah.
But also this is to go in hand with the apology. This one is also basically on the topic of essay. It is told to us, it is not shown. Like in the movie itself there's like a video, but you never see it, and like you see the characters or one character specifically watching it, um and you don't really hear anything like that, so it's just heavily implied, and it's better that way. It's a lot more effective. This one was definitely handled with a lot of care, I would say. Also, I think that the film itself is like very beautiful. I feel like this entire movie, it just kind of looks like cotton candy. Like everything is very bright pastels, like very beautiful. Not to mention that rendition of Britney Spears' "Toxic" is iconic. Um, Love that scene, and also they sing "Stars Are Blind" by Paris Hilton in
Oh
this
my
movie,
God. Yes.
so it's immediately up there for me. Um. Okay. So yeah. Yeah. Did you have that one?
I did not. I completely forgot about that actually. But it definitely was a good film though.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Um. Okay. So let's move on.
I got three left, and this one I kind of completely forgot about till
Mm,
I saw it. I popped up in a couple of lists of like female directed movies. I don't know. It's again, it's kind of like the previous one where it's like I don't know if it's fully considered horror. I think it might be more like of a drama thriller kind of situation.
okay.
But I have We Need to Talk About Kevin by Lynn Ramsey. It's been a while since I've watched that
Oh,
one, but I do remember that movie fucked me up for a second. I was like, this is I don't want children.
yeah. No.
It's again, it's another one. Very well acted, very well directed, and written as well. Um, Tilda Swinton was fucking amazing. She slays all the time. Also, I feel like this is probably one of the first and few times I've seen John C. Reilly in a more serious role and not something comedic. I was like, that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. Um. Yeah, I don't really remember that one, to be honest. Um. Good call. I didn't even know that that was like directed by a woman.
Yeah.
Um. How many do I have left? Let me see. Three. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you have this one. I have The Babadook.
Oh, I did not have that one actually.
Okay, yeah. That one I've also spoken to death about. This is from 2014, directed by Jennifer Kent. Um, I really don't have anything new to say. I feel like everybody in the world has seen this one already,
Yeah.
especially because when it came out, it was one of those movies that everybody was like, "Oh, this is like the
Movie
scariest movie."
you'll ever see in your life.
Yeah. I do think it's a very scary film,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's a scary film because of the Babadook
Yeah.
himself. I think the message underneath and what the mother is going through is the scariest part of it.
Yeah.
Um, and the darkness that is consuming her, not so much the Babadook himself.
Right.
So yeah, I really like this one because it just is on the more psychological side.
Yeah.
And yeah, of course, I do like the design of the Babadook. I think it's really cool. And I really like the book that they created and everything. Everything is very creative. I really like that. I want to see a lot more from Jennifer Kent. I feel like really haven't seen a lot from her. I know she did this film, The Nightingale. I haven't seen this one because I heard there is lots of violence and SA in it. I've heard it's a very hard watch. It looks very miserable. I don't think I want to watch it. But I hope she comes out with more films soon. For sure. So I have that one. You didn't have that one, right?
I did.
Okay. Do you have any more? Sorry.
You're good. I have two more left.
Great. Me too.
Yes. This one, I don't know how I forgot about it. If I remember correctly, I think I found it first and then I think I showed you it. I might be wrong or it might be the other way around.
Uh-huh.
But I have The Voices by I don't want to butcher her name. Marjane Strapi. It's the one with Ryan Reynolds. And it's kind of like it's a little more like
Oh,
light and comedic.
yeah. Yeah. I remember that one.
That one, honestly, just such a fun movie. And like, I thought it was cute. It was in a weird way. Like, it was very like lighthearted and like a little goofy and silly. I like the aspects of like, I mean, obviously, I think right off the bat, it becomes very obvious that this guy is like a little unhinged, and
Yeah.
his animals speak to him, at least in his brain. And I think it's like, I can't remember. I think the dog is like the normal one, and the cat is like the one basically telling him like do bad things.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was just like a really fun watch. I definitely like long overdue for a rewatch for sure. But I remember liking that one a lot. It's cool.
Yeah. I haven't seen that one in a while, but I remember it being fun. I think that Ryan Reynolds is a fun actor, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, he definitely had a blast filming that.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one I have is The Beguiled from 2017, directed by Sofia Coppola. Have you seen that one?
I have not watched that, no.
So this one has Nicole Kidman, Kirsten Dunst, Elle Fanning, Colin Farrell. Stacked cast. I really like this one. I think this might be a remake, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Um, I think I'm gonna see.
Quick research sec.
Oh, this one is currently on Netflix right now in the US, if anyone wants to check it out. Let's see if it's a remake.
Oh, I see this with Nicole Kidman and Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah, and Colin Farrell.
Ooh.
A remake, sort of the 1971 Don Siegel Clint Eastwood film.
Gotcha.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, I really like this one. I feel like it was definitely like, I don't know. It was just like, it was a bad bitch movie. I don't even know what else there is to say. I I think a lot of people have seen this one. I don't think it's underrated because it was like,
Mhm.
when it came out, it was pretty wide released. I
Yeah.
don't know if it got a lot of love though, but I very much enjoyed it. But I also really love Colin Farrell, and I will watch anything Nicole Kidman is in.
Yeah.
So right off the bat, we were in good hands. But yeah, I think it's really good. Um, it's definitely men are trash. And yeah, I love a good like period piece. Love their outfits. They slayed. Loved it. Great one. Um okay, your turn.
Oh my God, it's my last
Oh
one.
yay.
Oh, this one. I saved this one for last because it holds a very special place in my heart. And you showed me this one too. I have Afterlife.
Oh my god. I forgot that's directed by a
Yes!
woman also. Yes, I don't have that one on here. That's a good call.
I was like, oh, yes, this has to. I mean, this is another one that we've discussed like a lot of times whenever we're both on here. Um, it was one of the first movie. Well, it was the first movie we ever watched together. It's kind of like one of the movies that started it all, and now we're here.
Yes. We've spoken about that a lot here on the channel
Yeah.
also, but like yeah, that movie does mean a lot to our friendship for sure. Um I did rewatch it recently, and by recently I mean like a year or two ago. No, I think at this point 2 years ago. But does it hold up? Like,
Hmm.
no, no. I mean, I don't think it really had much to hold up. Like,
Yeah.
it just wasn't really that good then. But we were
Yeah.
young, and we were like, "This is
It's like a
so
little.
cool."
It's like a little guilty pleasure kind of movie.
Yeah, I still think it's like fun. Like, I
Mhm.
love watching it. But yeah, I can see why it didn't do very
Yeah.
well. Uh, but yeah, great cast: Christina Ricci, Justin Long,
God, yes.
Liam Neeson. Great cast.
Good. Yeah.
Love that one. That's a good choice. You're hitting us with the underrated
Got
guilty
you.
pleasures. I love that. Okay, so my last one is going to be one from 2022. This is Sissy, directed by Kane Senes and Hannah Barlow. Um, I definitely butchered that person's name, but really like this one. This one is again a little on the new side. Um, Not really that new, but it is available on Shudder if you want to check it out. This is one of those influencer horror films, but this is done well. I feel like there's a lot of influencer horror films that are very stupid, and stupid in like a corny way. Like they just don't do it
Yeah.
effective. And it's just kind of dumb. There's like nothing else to it. Like that one, I really disliked that other Shudder film that's about influencers. I think it's called Superhost. I hated that movie. I
Oh, yeah.
thought no, I just thought it was like not good. I thought it was
Yeah.
so bad. But this one is very good. I like that the tagline is a hashtag triggered. I just think that's funny.
Oh my God.
Since it's on the newer side, I'll read the synopsis for you guys. Cecilia is a successful social media influencer living the dream until she runs into her ex childhood best friend and is invited away on her bachelorette weekend. Suddenly, Sissy finds herself stuck in a remote cabin with her school bully and a taste for revenge.
Oh,
So I really like this one, and also I see what you did there, Hannah Barlow. There is a scene where our two girlies are fighting, and they did this weird, like very, very inspired, heavily inspired version of the Red Queen kills 7 times song.
Oh.
Yeah, I found it a little strange because there was no mention of it in trivia. Like, oh, we were very inspired by this. Because it is definitely the song, just like slightly altered.
God.
It would have been cool to see them talk about it at least. So, like, I watched a
Right.
lot of interviews and they didn't talk about it. But I am assuming there was inspiration specifically for that scene. So that I thought was really cool. Also, this is just like a really glittery, girly, fun, campy film. So, and when I say glittery, like, yeah, there's glitter.
Quite
Like,
literally.
yeah. Yeah, really liked it. Good one. Definitely a psychological one as well. Sissy is pretty fucking crazy. She's pretty wild. But yeah, oh my god, I think we did that. Did we do
We
that?
did our little list.
Oh my
I
god.
still can't get over the fact that this was unplanned and we both came in with exactly 14 movies.
That's wild. I'm actually gagged by that.
That was crazy.
For some reason, I was assuming that you were going to have like 7.
Honestly, I didn't think I was gonna have enough either. Like, I just popped in and was like looking through a couple of lists and like on Letterboxd, be like, yeah, oh shit, okay, cool, add that, add this. Like this morning, I still was like moving some stuff around. I'm like, you know what? I like this list. We're going with it. It's gonna be 14, but
Yeah, I mean, you did have a lot of good underrated like guilty pleasures, so that was good. I'm really glad we didn't have all the same ones because that would have sucked.
I feel that's it's funny because even throughout now, like we were going back and forth. We're like, I didn't add it because I thought you'd have it.
Right. Oh, hello, Vandal. Hello. Welcome. It's me, Sweet and Spooky. Yes, hi. You Are Not My Mother is a great Irish horror.
Oh.
Oh, that's okay. I'm gonna add that to my letterbox right now. This is gonna be the time where I add the ones that you guys mentioned because I did miss a bunch that you guys mentioned. You Are Not My Mother. Oh, I haven't seen this. 2021. Interesting. Thank you so much for this rec. I think I missed the others. Did you put them on yours? I
Did add
I missed a good amount.
a few.
Okay. You'll share them with me.
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you, Shaim. I need to add Yellow Jackets and Swarm to my list because both are amazing with many episodes directed by ladies. Yes. Yellow Jackets is great. Swarm I liked, but I didn't love. And I only didn't love because I thought the ending was very just kind of meh for me. But the acting is amazing. And like Billie Eilish, in that one episode that she's in for her first acting role, you would think she's been acting for years actually. She was captivating.
Holy shit.
Yeah, she did it for me. Like I was like, whoa, okay. Talent really runs through this family like crazy. But yeah, Swarm is definitely worth checking out though. But I do think it has a bit of a lackluster ending. Okay, so we did that. We talked about horror movies directed by women. Yes, girlies, women. We love women here. We did it. We did it, Joe.
We did that. 2 weeks in a row.
We did it. Oh my god, 2 weeks in a row we did episodes. I'm so proud of us. Are we like on our schedule right now?
We're like legit podcasters
who
now.
Are we? Okay, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us on this, what day is it? Wednesday?
Wednesday.
On this Wednesday night. Did we do Wednesday last week as well?
We did.
Oh my God, is Wednesday gonna
On
be
this
our
lovely little
day?
Wednesday.
It might be our day moving forward. Um, I'm gonna see. Hopefully, we will do an episode next week. I want to try to make sure we do this weekly for you guys, so we can kind of hang out for a little bit during the week.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Nice little midweek break throughout the chaos.
for sure. I definitely needed this.
Yeah.
That's for sure. All right, you guys, that is it for this week's episode of On the Scare with Sweet and Spooky and my lovely co-host Melissa, who is, I don't want to like say her news, but soon is going to be a Twitch girly, so keep an eye out. Make sure you're following Melissa on her socials.
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
I will link the new grams somewhere. Put a little comment in there.
Yes. You all have to make sure you go and support Melissa.
Thank you.
Of course.
Excited.
Did you make a Google Calendar and invite everyone? Yes.
I have to make the Google Calendar. It's coming soon. Watch out for the invite.
Oh my goodness. Okay, everybody. Have a lovely rest of your night. We will see you next week.